Hello, and why are there so many northern people that do Doctor Who videos on YouTube? I've never figured that out. Anyway, hello, welcome back to the series where I just ramble about what I think of an episode a couple of days later. I'm doing this one the day after actually, so maybe it'll be a bit more fresh in my mind. Anyway, on to my thoughts on episode 4, Arachnids in the UK. So, okay, let's go now. I'm not arachnophobic, so I like spiders, so that's good. Okay, one thing I will say, just to get it out the door now, the spiders in this look absolutely fucking gorgeous. These spiders look amazing, especially since I watched Planet of the Spiders, the John Pertwee episode, literally the morning of this episode's airing. So I watched Planet of the Spiders in the morning and then this episode in the evening. Planet of the Spiders, they're all made of rubber and they barely move and they kind of look a bit crap by today's standards. The CGI spiders and arachnids in the UK, oh my god, they look amazing! Has this channel really come to me just praising how aesthetically pleasing some CGI spiders look in a Doctor Who episode? Because, oh my, the pinnacle of my YouTube career. But yeah, the spiders in this, they look really amazing. They look really great. I know they said they was going to do mostly practical effects for the monsters in this, but I think having the spiders be pretty much entirely CGI in this was definitely the right way to go about it. If Planet of the Spiders is anything to be learned from, I should probably get on to actually speaking about the rest of the episode, considering I've been recording for 2.5 minutes. Moving on! Okay, now I've done appreciating the spiders in this. Now, I really liked the shots at the beginning where they're in the time vortex, where it's just going down. That went on for quite a while actually, it went for like a minute that did, but it looks really lovely, the shots of the time vortex that we've got now, besides the opening titles and whatnot. They look really nice, I like them. So yeah, they finally get them back to Sheffield, meet a bit of Yaz's family, but it's mostly, her mum is the one out of the three that we mostly interact with throughout this. A little bit underwhelming meeting Yaz's family, but then again, I really wouldn't want the domestic side of the companions' lives to overshadow things. Again, looking at you, Rose, looking at you, Martha, looking at you, Clara. Donna wasn't too bad with that sort of stuff, it kind of worked just right with her, but still. So yeah, I think it was a little bit underwhelming with the stuff with Yaz's family. It didn't really have much impact, if I'm honest, besides her mum sort of tagging along for the ride. They could potentially set up some stuff with them in the future, but yeah, a little bit underwhelming, but I feel like it's probably the best balance that we could have got between domestic companion stuff and actual episode plot. Speaking of plot, so this is kind of an interesting one. There isn't exactly the whole threat of this episode is kind of accidental, if I'm honest. There's no proper intention behind it. It's basically just, you know, the spiders are supposed to be the main villain in this. They are kind of the victim in a way. Essentially the spiders are just victims of human experimentation and some really terrible waste disposal, lack of good waste disposal methods. So yeah, the spiders are supposed, they're the main villains, but they are really just the victims of us being pricks, pretty much. Let's make spiders that can keep growing for as long as they live. I'm sure they had good intentions behind that, but by God, it didn't turn out well. And then we've got the caricature of Donald Trump, Robertson guy, the American guy who's just your typical American, you know, typical American guy. My phone timer's just gone off, goddammit. Yeah, Robertson, you've got your typical American that likes to shoot everything. Didn't see that one coming. But yeah, he was alright, I suppose. The kind of dickhead character that you're not really supposed to like. More of an arsehole than Epso from Ghost Monument. At least with Epso, he kind of had some redeeming quality to him by the end of it. This one, he just fucking shoots a spider and walks off. He probably got away with that shit as well, and he probably got away with building all these other hotels on top of landfills and crap like that. Someone should probably go and sort him out later on, actually. Have a think of it. Yeah, there's some really creepy ass shit in this episode as well, with the spiders just munching on the American guy's bodyguard and then killing people and wrapping them up in cocoons to eat later on, or not eat later on, whatever the hell they were supposed to be doing with them. And all the other stuff the spiders were doing, there's some pretty creepy shit in here, which I thought was more cool rather than creepy, to be honest, because I like spiders, so yeah, if you don't like spiders, prepare to suffer, pretty much. So yeah, the setup of this one, it's fairly sound, I'd say. It's pretty much just accidental events leading up to massive spiders causing problems for humans, and the spiders themselves have problems of their own. Obviously, I'll get to that later on when I talk about the solution to the plot in this one. So yeah, setup and premise, it's sound enough, I suppose. It's good enough. I thought this episode was probably... It's definitely a lot weaker in comparison to the last 3 that we've had. I mean, coming right off the back of Rosa, which is like the most praised episode in the last 5 years of the show, doesn't really do it any good. I'm pretty sure Rosa was like the most praised episode, the most highly praised Doctor Who episode since like Heaven Sent, probably, from 2015. So, coming right off the bat of that probably didn't do it any favours. It's like Twin Dilemma coming right after Kaiser Androzani, except not quite as abysmal. Oh, Twin Dilemma. You can't help being god-awful, can you? It's not your fault. Yes, it is. This is garbage. I mean, I still watch it, but it's just garbage. Anyway. Yeah, this one's kind of weaker, if I'm honest. There's a lot of exposition, and, yeah, there's not really much in the way of plot. It says Arachnids in the UK, but it really is mostly just confined to this one hotel, for the most part, and a few flats downtown in Sheffield. But, yeah, small-scale Doctor Who stories, they work just as well a lot of the time. So, yeah. The idea and the plot is pretty well... it's a pretty good one, actually. But the execution's not exactly that well done. So, they could have worked a bit harder with that. But, all in all, it's decent. It's about average, I'd say. But the execution isn't too good. It could have been better. Okay, I'm just going to wrap up on talking about the plot in this next section. Now, the solution to this... I mean, obviously they find out the spiders aren't really... Yeah, they're just confused, and that's why they're going after people. That's the whole reason that they're the threat in this. They're just sort of confused and they don't know what the hell is going on. But yeah, they find what they presume to be like the queen, or like the mother spider of all of them, and it's like struggling to breathe because it's so big and whatnot. And yeah, now, some problems with this ending. Now, the Doctor doesn't want to kill it. It wants to try and do something, get rid of it by some other means. And the American guy just wants to shoot it stone dead. Now the problem here is the Doctor thinks that it's morally right to not kill the spider and to get rid of it her way, even though it's pretty much suffocating to death. And then the American guy, to be fair, the guy Robertson, the American guy, his solution to shooting it dead was probably the more humane thing, in all honesty. Yeah, shooting the spider is just the more humane thing. So many people have pointed that out on Reddit as well, so... I don't really know what the Doctor was thinking she was going to do by that point. Bit of a problem with the whole moral thing in this episode. It doesn't seem to... They don't seem to have thought it through too well. And then it just kills the biggest spider of the lot and just sort of ends. Also, as funny as it was, it's kind of stupid Ryan luring all of the spiders into that room and trapping them there with that stupid fucking rap music, whatever it was. It was kind of funny though. It was stupid, but it was funny. A bit like his How Do You Reload scene in Ghost Monument. That was stupid, but I found it funny, so didn't mind that much. So they've trapped all the spiders in there. I assume they were gonna... I can't remember what they said exactly, but I think the Doctor said something about... I don't know, they were going to trap them in that panic room and then dispose of them humanely or something. They were going to get rid of them some other way that the Doctor had planned out. I assume they did that. Either that or... the American guy just somehow got all of his guns out of that room without being eaten by the spiders and then just blew the fucking brains out of every single one of them. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, to be honest. Okay, honestly, the ending of this episode, the ending of the plot part of this episode is just... is not well done at all, if I'm honest. It's not conclusive in the slightest, if you ask me. It basically just ends on the biggest spider is dead and then all these other spiders are trapped in the hotel somewhere. We're just left to assume that they dispose of them somehow and that there won't be any more problems with giant spiders in this country anymore, even though they don't really have any way of knowing just how far out they've managed to reach by this point. They didn't think that through very well, did they? I guess we're just not supposed to think about it too much and it'll be fine. Yeah, it's kind of left open-ended and non-conclusive as to what they actually did to resolve the spider problem in the episode, which has kind of bummed me out a bit, but yeah, I don't know. The plot wasn't thought through too well in this one, I don't think. That's probably its main issue. Better move on to talking about something else now, otherwise this video is going to be half an hour long. Yeah, so that's all. I think that's all I'm going to say on the plot. Really good idea, but the execution and the rushed, non-conclusive ending to the whole plot, it doesn't really sell it for me, and it's why I think it's it's probably weaker than the last couple episodes, definitely. Yeah, let's talk about the characters for a bit. Okay, first of all, can we just take a minute to appreciate how good Bradley Walsh is doing as playing Graham? Who'd have thought that the bouncy old game show host from The Chase could pull off a pretty emotionally relatable character? Yeah, Bradley Walsh is doing bloody splendidly in this series so far. Ryan's doing pretty good as well. A little bit more development from Yasmin, although she's still more of a third wheel than anything else, to be honest. She's kind of like, I feel like we are getting a bit of a problem like we had with the Fifth Doctor having 3 companions. There's not enough for all of them to do in one episode, so one of them gets ignored most of the time, or one episode one of them just doesn't get any screen time, barely at all, and then all the others have stuff to do, and then it's another character gets the same treatment in the next episode. 3 companions in the modern series, in the particular format we've got at the moment, that could work, but it's just not been handled too well at the moment, I don't think. Could be better. There's still another 6 episodes to go, plus a Christmas special, so we'll see how that unfolds. Yeah, the characters are main characters, companions, should we say. Still liking them, they're still really good. Could still do a little bit more on the way for some of them. The Doctor is kind of... A lot of people have commented that this Doctor seems to be more of a background observer. Yeah, that's alright, I suppose. It gives me some vibes back to the second Doctor and whatnot, where he just sort of sits back in the background, observes what's going on, making every one of his enemies think he's nothing to worry about, and then BAM! He's gone and killed them all. Or not killed them all, but, you know, he's beaten them all. Now, I'm liking the 13th Doctor quite a bit. Some people have complained about her whole staying in the background, not really taking charge aspect. I'm kind of fine with it. So yeah, I like what they're doing with the 13th Doctor at the moment. It'd be nice to see her get a bit more involved in some episodes, rather than staying in the background for the most part all of the time. But I don't really have much of a problem with her at the moment. Yaz's mum is kind of bog standard thing. I don't really remember anything about her, to be honest. We might see them again in future episodes, probably. The American guy, Robertson, he's just your typical obnoxious, arrogant, arsehole-headed American billionaire who likes shooting crap and wants to run for president, who hates Donald Trump. I mean, don't we all? He wasn't really anything special as such, but, he does a good job of fulfilling the really unlikable character role, so he was successful in that. Yeah, the stuff with Graham, still grieving over Grace when he's in the house and he sort of starts seeing her and pretending that she's there, that is really bloody good, that is. And of course we got the ending where they all finally say, yeah, Doc, we want to come with you. Kind of interesting, as the Doctor's usually the one that says, do you want to come with me? And they say, yeah. This time it's the companions that say, can we come with you? And then the Doctor says, yeah, come on then. Yeah, I felt like they are officially a full-time TARDIS team now. They even use hashtag Team TARDIS. Well, not hashtag Team TARDIS, but they still use Team TARDIS, that's alright. So yeah, I think I got most of my points across in this. Arachnids in the UK, episode 4. Nice to finally see the TARDIS team fully banded together and as an official team now. Side characters are a little bit weaker in this one. The plot was full of great ideas and some really creepy ass moments with some gorgeous looking spiders, but I'd say the execution brings it down to more of an average kind of episode. And absolutely no references whatsoever to Planet the Spiders, much to my dismay. So all in all, I enjoyed the episode. Although it was definitely weaker than the previous 3, I'd say. And now the dog's barking, god damn it. That's my rambling I always say it's rambling incoherent thought. Are these videos rambling and incoherent? If you think so, then just let me know in the comments, because I'm really not good at presenting anything. So I try my best in these videos, but yeah, anyway. If you enjoyed hearing about what I thought of this episode, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because obviously I do these weekly. If you're looking for more Doctor Who videos, I do a weekly information-based Doctor Who series called Whoniverse Database. Please check it out. Episode 5 will be out tomorrow, actually. Please go check it out. It's like hardly anyone's been watching it, and I put a lot of time and effort into it, so just go give it a look, okay? Please, just help Guy out, okay? Check out anything else on my channel if you want, and I think that's all. So I'll see you all in tomorrow's video. I'm just going to end the video before people start getting bored of me repeating myself and rambling. Good day, everyone! See ya!